Hi guys, I couldn't sleep, so I got up and I was watching TikTok, scrolling, came across Patriot 973 or something, anyways, that I follow, and he was talking about flat earth map. Anyways, so I thought I would make this little video. It's kind of interesting. This is a sorry excuse for a demonstration though. I don't have a ball, can't find a ball, but just for demonstration purposes, this is a horrible excuse for, but you get the concept. These are continents, okay? Just say America, Russia, China, Africa, okay? And then on the flat map, you got, your ice walls, okay? So see this right here at the top? This is all going to be the ring of ice. I hope you can see in this video. It's not really clear. I don't know. Anyways, you get the concept. You got your ice walls right here and right here. Okay? I don't have a ball. It's the only thing I could find. Anyway, so say you wrap this around a ball. This is how you get the globe theory. Okay? When you wrap it around, you get the concept here. You got your continents, yada, yada, yada. Okay, when you fold this in on the top to make your ball, this is how you get the North Pole. If this was a good demonstration, you would be able to see that this right here is going to be your North Pole. It makes a continent looking thing. And when you do it at the bottom and fold it in, likewise, it's going to make, this is a sorry excuse for a demonstration, but it is, you get the concept. Anyways, if I had a better deal, anyways, you'd see it would make another continent right here, okay, which would be Antarctica. It's all Antarctica though. Anyways, that's how they get the globe theory, because when you go, and let me clarify, I do believe that we are on a flat earth, 100%. I really believe that. I'm just going to make that clear. But, so if you go to Wikipedia and you look up Bible cosmology, and it says the ancient Israelites proclaimed that the universe was a flat disc-shaped earth floating on water, heaven above, underworld below. Okay, so back then, even the ancient Israelites, I've read several different places where they've said that back then it was common knowledge among everybody that, to even the early Christians, it was common knowledge that Earth was the foundation of the universe. And that's what they believed then. But it's when you get into this, the Greeks and their philosophies and all this started coming about, and the heliocentric and all that, it's probably no wonder that the ancient Israelites, the Hebrews, were God's chosen people, because they were the only ones in that time that believed in God, like one God and one God only. And so that no wonder they were his chosen people. But Wikipedia even proclaims that the Hebrew Bible depicted a three-part world with the heavens above, earth in the middle, and the underworld below. And after the 4th century BCE, this was gradually replaced by a Greek scientific cosmology of a spherical earth surrounded by multiple heavens. Wikipedia even shows an old Babylonian map. They have inscribed in stones and different things, and the Babylonians they believed that the earth was flat. They have their map on these stones and stuff. There's every map was flat. I mean, it wasn't until they were trying to pull all this heliocentric and Darwinism and all science, heliocentric, that's a religion itself. And that was back then, that was the beginning of it trying to all be put into place. The Babylonian map, even Wikipedia says that the Old Testament concept of Earth was very, very similar to the Babylonian map, a flat circular Earth ringed by a world ocean with fabulous islands or mountains beyond at the ends of the Earth. Wikipedia goes on to say that the Old Babylonian world map from about 600 BCE was a singular circular continent bounded by a circular sea, and beyond the sea a number of equally spaced triangles. It says apparently islands, although possible mountains. And then it says the Old Testament likewise locates islands alongside the earth. These are the ends of the earth according to Isaiah 41:5. And it says the extreme edge of Job's circular horizon in Job 26:10, where the vault of heaven is supported on mountains. Other places in the Old Testament, it suggests that the sky rests on pillars, which the mountains could be the pillars. I mean, really. And in the book of Job, it says it explains the cosmos as a kind of like a vast tent with the earth as its floor and the sky as a tent itself, which would be the firmament. Actually, it would be the tent. And Wikipedia goes on to say that in Revelations, the author assumed a flat earth. And it says that the idea of earth was a sphere was developed by the Greeks in the 6th century BC and the 3rd century. And this was generally accepted by Romans and Greeks and eventually by some Jews. And then the rabbit hole gets a little deeper. And this is one reason why I can't go to church. I don't agree with any of the Christians. I don't know a religion that agrees like me, really. So I don't know where I could go for a church, but I mean, I guess I am Christian. But if you believe the Bible, you believe the Bible. If you believe science in that religion, then you believe science. You can't believe half of science and half of the Bible. Either you believe the Bible, all of it, or you don't. There's no in between. And in Chronicles 16:30, it says, "He has fixed the earth firm and movable." The earth does not move. If you believe God, if you believe the Bible, the earth doesn't move. Science says we're spinning in circles so many thousand miles an hour, plus flying in space so many thousand miles an hour. And all the Christians, just none of them would want to believe the flat earth theory at all. They want to believe the globe theory. Well, I mean, I don't think the flat earth is a theory. I mean, it sounds like to me it's all in the Bible. It's not a theory. And it gets deeper. In Psalms 93:1, "Thou hast fixed the earth immovable and firm." Psalms 96:10, "He has fixed the earth firm and movable." I mean, it says it over and over. Psalms 104:5, "Thou didst fix the earth on its foundations so that it can never be shaken." And then you got Isaiah 40:22. "He sits enthroned above the circle of the earth." It didn't say above the ball of the earth or the sphere of the earth. Get you a piece of paper and draw you a circle. Sits above the circle of the earth. Okay? And it's his people are like grasshoppers. He's so far up above, I guess we're like grasshoppers. You know, he stretches out heavens like a canopy. That's where you get the firmament, the dome, and spreads them out like a tent to live in. A canopy, you know, it like a tent, dome. Then in Job 37:18, "Hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong and as a molten looking glass?" Do you know what a molten looking glass is? Dome. There's so many scriptures in the Bible about flat earth. All you have to do is just Google Flat Earth Bible. It will pull up. It's crazy. There's so many in there. Okay, so moving along from Old Testament, go into the New Testament in Jesus' times. And in Matthew 4:8, it says, again, the devil taketh him up, talking about Jesus, when the devil took Jesus up on the mountain and offered him all the kingdoms in the world so that he wouldn't, trying to talk him out of dying on the cross for us, Anyways, it says again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. Now, if we were on a globe, how is he would not be able to see all the kingdoms of the world. It's no way possible if you're on a globe. I mean, only on a flat earth would you be able to see that. Also in Revelations, talking about when Jesus comes back, and it says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they which also that pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. And so if you're on a spear and you got people being archaeologists or whatever they're called, and down there digging in Antarctica and all the business they got going on there, now how's every eye going to see Jesus when he comes back in the clouds unless you're on a flat earth? And back in Job, it says, God says, where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast the understanding. He laid foundations of the earth. It doesn't move. Even he asked the question. I feel like he's saying it to the people that think it's a ball. And then in Chronicles, you got, fear before him all the earth. The world also shall be stable, that it not be moved. Guys, I'm telling you, if you believe the Bible, it's proof that we're not on a ball. It's a great deception, a really great big deception. Everybody's been brainwashed. You're going to have to literally unlearn everything you've been told from child and relearn everything all over again. It's been completely brainwashed. Going further down the rabbit hole, if you go back to Wikipedia, type in spherical earth. Wikipedia says, the concept of a spherical earth displaced earlier beliefs in a flat earth. In earlier Mesopotamia mythology, the world was portrayed as a disc floating in the ocean with a sky dome above. And this forms the premise for early world maps like those of, I can't even say those names. I ain't even gonna try. Anyways, it goes on to say the realization that the figure of Earth being a spherical dates back to the 17th century as described by Isaac Newton. Newton's the one that came up with the theory of gravity, and he's the one that had the belief that Earth was a sphere. So, as my rabbit hole continued, I was reading forums on the internet, and people were saying that arguing that that Earth has always been looked at as a sphere, which Wikipedia denies that. They say that there was flat Earth first. But anyways, these people were saying that it's always been a sphere, and that Eratosthenes calculated the, what you want to call it, of Earth. He measured it, and that's how they know that we're on a sphere. So I'm like, just how did he calculate and measure Earth? So I looked that up to see, because this is what they were going off of, why they believed it was a sphere. And so I just typed in Google how Eratosthenes measured the Earth, and it says, the first thing that pops up on here, it says that Eratosthenes hired a man to place the distance between the two cities and learned that they were 5,000 apart, which is it says stadia apart, which is about 800 kilometers. He could then use simple proportions to find the Earth's circumference. 7.2 degrees is 1/5 of 360 degrees, so 800 times 50 equals 40,000 kilometers. Like, what? That makes about as much sense as man on the moon, and we know they didn't go there. Like, so that's what they're going off of. This is just crazy. Coming up with all these equations and stuff to say that that doesn't make no sense, that that's how big Earth is. And ain't nobody know how big Earth is. It goes beyond the Antarctica ice walls. Even Admiral Richard E. Byrd, he flew over them, and there's land beyond there with no ice. He documented everything on his travel. Stopped and took temperatures. He had a whole big diary. There was woolly mammoths. There's green grass, trees. There's all kinds of animals and things. And he documented the temperatures of the ground. And he ended up getting a Medal of Honor. No one ever really knew why. And he died, like, after he came back and all that was said and done. He went back again with, like, I don't know how many men it was, but they sent him a little army and some ships and stuff, and not very many of them came back. They didn't make it, and they never went back. Not to that extent. And they won't let you fly over it, beyond it. Around, nothing. You can't even go there. They won't let you. Anyways, there's land beyond the poles, so-called poles, they want to call it. Whatever you want to call them, I don't know. But anyways, there's land beyond them. Ain't nobody know. Ain't nobody know how big the Earth is. There ain't no way that equation could even... I feel like telling them like it is in Job. Where were you when he laid the foundations of the earth? Only God knows. I'm telling you right now. And a lot of these scientists and astronomers and all this business, a lot of them don't even believe in God. That's another thing. And when they figured out the circumference of the earth, and I would have to look it up to see the measurements, but anyways, it ends up being like, what is it, 66.6 something, 666. I mean, I don't remember what it is, but I remember 666 is all in it. Something about pi, and then you get 666. It's 66.6 or something like that. I would have to look it up. I don't even remember. This is just dumb. If they don't tell you anything, then I don't know what will. I have like so much on this that I could elaborate on. And so, like in Isaiah, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne." So that's your seat. "And the earth is my footstool." What does a footstool look like? It's flat. And it's got, pillars. The stool legs, whatever you want to call them. People, I just can't with y'all. Just can't. The people that want to just say that the earth is a ball and sphere and we're flying in space, spinning so many thousand miles an hour on top of that, as we're flying, when the Bible plainly says the earth does not move. If you're a Christian or whatever you want to call it, you don't even have to be a Christian. If you believe the Bible, just put it that way. If you believe the Bible, you believe the Bible. If you don't, you don't. Science is a religion. And the whole point of this is to hide God. That's the whole point of why the lie, why the deception, to hide God. If you tell people that we're here on earth as the foundation of the universe, and we have a glass dome above us and we can't get out, people are going to know that, who put us here then? How did we get here? Somebody had to put us here. Who put the glass dome above us? Why are we in this? Why can't we get out? You're definitely going to believe the Bible. I mean, I would think you would. I mean, don't know why you wouldn't. But when they say that we're on a ball, that does away with God. And that's when you get that evolution and all that business coming in. When the evolution came into play, when they started putting the globe in the schools and all this, they introduced the globe model. They always said spear before, but they introduced the word globe pretty much in 1492, 1493 after Columbus. This is when all this started coming into effect and gradually just getting to where we are with it today. It all stems back. It's just a great deception is what it is. And it all plays hand in hand in hiding the truth. They don't want people to believe in God. They don't want people to go to heaven. They want us all to go to hell with them, I guess. They don't want people to believe in God. And that's one way. And you have a lot of people nowadays that are atheists that probably wouldn't have been all atheists if they would have taught them the Bible to begin with. And it's all in there. If people would just read it, it's in there. I mean, you'd be amazed. I mean, like, who would have thought the earth is flat and it has foundations? And who would have thought that God sits upon his throne above the circle of the earth and the earth is his footstool? I mean, it's a great deception.